Live now. You can do the introduction tonight.
What's up, Weekend Warriors, and welcome back to another episode of TokuCHATsu on Weekend Dojo. Just so you know, for a couple of weeks, TokuCHATsu might be put on hold.
Yeah, because of my work schedule, but we can possibly do both streams on Saturday, combine them together for the sake of the summer.
Well, I guess what we could do is instead of doing a stream, what we can do is pre-record on Friday evening a short little 45-minute audio clip that we will then, make a video out of and we'll upload on Sunday.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we have a viewer. Is that you, or is
That is me. I'm just checking up on the chat.
Oh, okay.
Okay, anyway, we are designing our own super robot tonight. Since we did kaiju last week, we decided to keep the let's design our own toku trope going. And so we've decided to design or imagine our own super robot for the Weekend Dojo.
Yep. Now, what's the first step?
Well, we'll decide what type of robot it's going to be. Hello, Christian. We are designing a super robot today. I hope you don't mind sticking in.
Mm-hmm.
So type. Now we know we're doing a super robot. So the question is it like a standalone super robot like Tetsujin? Is it a combiner? Is it part of a ship? Or does it transform?
I want to do combiner.
Okay, a combiner. That means that we've got to design at least 2 individual mechs. Maybe more.
Maybe more. In that case, how about you choose one and I'll think of the second half?
Okay, well, if we're going dojo themes, do you mind if this looks like a little clunky, like Gold Lightan clunky? Like the old age of super robots where they had the really fat middle section?
Yeah, let's go for that.
Okay, I want to do a jukebox for the torso.
Okay.
Or at least a jukebox mech. So the jukebox mech, I believe, should in its standalone mode.
We got a comment. Akira robot rockets, shield and weapons, and transform car, truck, and can save the city.
I'm confused, but anyway. If you could do a little better job explaining, we'd be happy to respond to your comment.
Yes.
So this jukebox mech, I'm thinking, should look like Gold Lightan in its base state. So like the arms just fold out from the sides and the head sort of folds up from the center and legs fold out from the bottom.
What, the head pops up?
Yeah, let's have it like extend. And then like that area with the records that you see in the top of a lot of jukeboxes, I'm thinking the screen flashes and reveals like anime eyes.
Okay, let's do that.
Super cartoony and goofy. And its primary weapon will be to spit records. And it can fly like a GoBot.
I like it.
What should we call it? I guess we'll call it Dojo 1.
Okay.
And should like each individual mech be piloted, or should the combined mech only be piloted? Like, should we make the individual mechs sentient or what?
We could make them sentient. Well, we could do it like Voltron, how they're sentient but can also have pilots.
Okay. What if like we make this jukebox central unit like sentient, and then we'll make.
Christian Turris says we need a robot that can dance.
Well, then we'll just add that to the jukebox, because what better to go with music than dancing?
Okay, let's do that.
And we'll make this robot like sentient, but the rest will be piloted. Okay. Okay, so we need at least one more, but we can do more. So let's say a minimum of 2, a maximum of 5 components.
All right.
So I came up with one. Let's see. Okay, you go ahead.
How about a DVD case?
Can you go bigger?
I know. Okay, bigger, bigger.
It doesn't necessarily have to be music themed. It just has to be
Okay.
like with the aesthetic of the dojo. This is going to be a
Right.
ridiculous looking robot. Let's not make any pretense about that.
Uh, thinking something under my theme, toys wise. Toys. Could we just have a toy store that turns into a giant robot place?
I don't know how you'd pull it off, but if you can design it, I would say let's go for it. Because I mean, toy stores are blocky enough. That would work. If we had a few add-ons, that would work.
I
Maybe it could
mean,
have like the toy store sign as a sword.
somebody managed to make a McDonald's that transforms into Optimus Prime, so I'm pretty sure I can get ideas.
Okay, awesome. Then let's do that, and that'll be your mech.
Okay. Oh, a robot that can take CDs and cassettes. Is that the jukebox still?
I suppose we could integrate it. Like, I mean, there are CD jukeboxes, and I can't think of any reason why you couldn't integrate a cassette. And my saturation is doing funny stuff.
Yeah. Now, another thing. Gaming. Something for gaming.
Okay. Well, we could go with
an
an
arcade
Atari.
machine.
Well, an arcade machine. Okay. Like a big old arcade cabinet.
Yeah.
No, what if it's controlled with an arcade machine instead, and then we make like we make like something ridiculous like a pachinko machine or something. Or if we're doing gaming, let's I guess well, do you know what those Japanese arcade cabinets look like?
Hold on. Oh,
I
Christian
would say
Tourist.
look one of the
You mind explaining to Christian what exactly we're doing, what we're playing this for, so he has an idea of what we're doing?
Oh, we're just designing like just like last week when we came up with a couple of kaiju to serve as mascots and the guardians of the pretend island that the weekend dojo is on. We're designing a super robot that can be piloted by dojo masters.
Like
We're doing
this?
right here. Yes, well, a little more angular, but that's roughly the idea I was thinking of because like that's a lot of very interesting shapes and angles to work with for like a transforming robot.
Oh, definitely. Didn't Go Sager do something like that once?
They had a weird kind of TV machine, yeah.
Was it an arcade machine though? Because my cousin has that the South Korean version of it from Angel Force, and
If it wasn't an arcade machine, it looked a lot like one.
okay, and I was pretty sure it was an arcade machine.
So yeah, an arcade machine would work. So how would the toy store transform? Do you think? Like obviously we would probably have some of the add-ons work as legs. We'd probably have the central building as the torso.
Well,
But
obviously the inside is going to be much smaller than what the outside makes it out to be because you need space for those arms to come out and everything.
But maybe there's like a little faux store right behind the door so that it looks like there's actually shit in there.
Mm-hmm. It's like a fake. It's not really a store. It just looks like one, and there's fake. It's fake stuff inside.
Yeah, maybe you control it from behind the register.
But yeah, it's basically gonna arms will full. It's gonna be maybe like a square shaped, like a cube shaped store. Arms pop out of the side, head pops out of the top, and legs pop out of the bottom. Basic.
What if instead of having them pop out, we had them fold away and look like add-ons to the building?
Okay.
So like, there's the big central block of the building, then maybe the rest of the torso folds behind it and the legs like fold up so that they look like exhaust vents.
Okay.
And then two cement add-ons to the side of the building could fold out to become the arms.
Okay, so like
And
the cement could be like the shoulder parts too, kind of like thing.
yeah, that would work.
Okay.
And like I said, if you've got a toy store sign, I would say turn that shit into a weapon, something ridiculous and over the top. Whether it be
Oh, better
whether it
yet,
be like an Obari style sword.
the sign can like has little things in it's layered so it can fold out into an axe, like kind of like this. It's to
Yeah,
break
or
in half.
okay. What if ooh, okay, what if like what we did was that the axe blades rotated to conceal themselves behind it?
Yeah. Ooh, so it'd be like a circular sign, and then it
Well, like I was let's use this as an example for what I'm thinking, and then you can go with your idea. Is that like the axe blade is really only as tall as the width of the sign. Then when
okay.
the sign rotates and the axe blades remain static, they fold out to reveal axe blades, and then maybe the top folds down to kind of brace it in,
Okay.
make it look a little more substantial. That's just that's what popped into my head. But let's go with what you were thinking with the circular sign.
Mhm. Um. Well, my original idea was just to have like a square sign that that can separate because you got a pole in the center holding it up, right? What if it separates
Oh, okay.
and
You mean
then
like one of the signs on the pole? I thought you meant the sign mounted to the store.
yeah, no, I saw like a sign I'll pull outside the store, and then the sign separates in half and then can fold this way, so it kind of like makes like a pointed edge type thing. It folds into each other, and then you got a double-sided axe.
That would work. I think it'd also be kind of funny to see him swinging a sign around, bashing people in the face.
Yeah.
And let's see, what was the third robot again?
It was
The arcade machine.
yeah.
So we've already got one clunky style of robot, but I guess we can do it again. What if the you know how there's that bottom section right below the control board?
Yeah.
What if that splits apart and folds sort of accordions down to become the legs?
Sounds good. Now, are we gonna pull? Are we gonna pull like the Megatron paradox as far as this go with like size comparisons?
Oh, you mean the whole the density shifting thing?
Yeah.
Why not?
Okay.
Why not?
Because Megatron goes from being a tiny handgun to whoa.
The comic actually explains that.
What is it?
It's called density shifting.
Okay.
They modify the spark in order for them to shrink down.
Mm-hmm.
That's why Soundwave can become a tiny ass cassette player.
And is that why sometimes a human can hold Megatron and Starscream can hold Megatron also?
Yes, he's adjusting himself to different sizes.
Okay.
Okay, I think I want to use the jukebox as the central unit.
Mm-hmm.
And what I'm thinking is like maybe that the arch top of the jukebox.
Yeah.
Maybe like it opens up and the head folds like spins out like so that when it folds away, they can turn over and create connector points for the combined mode arms.
Sounds good.
Now, what do we want to do for like the head? Which robot do we want to be the head? The arcade machine or the toy store?
Arcade machine.
And that should probably be smaller then, so that it can like.
Mm-hmm.
Then I guess for the toy store, a lot of it would have to be. We would have to make it so that the torso can transform into both arms and legs, unless we could
What
find a
about
way
the
to.
jukebox is the legs and the toy store is the body?
That'd be kind of tricky to split up, wouldn't it? Well, let me think here. If that top central part was the waist, right? Like that arch part where you see the records.
Mm-hmm.
If that was the waist, then we could definitely work it out so that like the because we were going with a relatively simple jukebox to transformer or jukebox transformation to robot anyway. So
Yeah.
then two bottom halves, I guess, could extend down and split apart.
Okay.
But that means that the top half would have to do some kind of wacky voodoo.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, we could pull some fancy. We could pull some fancy tricks with a couple of double hinges and a rotator.
Right.
So, like maybe you pull the top section back, fold it on top of itself, and then two panels fold out, making side skirts.
Okay.
Yeah, that could work. And then for the arms, I guess that would make the toy store. So, would we want to do like a backpack scenario, or because the way I think of it is like there are two rails. But if we're doing that as the legs, then yeah, the arms would have to, the torso and arms would have to be.
How tall is this going to be?
We'll decide once we figure out how it combines.
Okay.
But it will have to be at least as tall as our kaiju.
Mm-hmm. Have we decided a height yet for the kaiju?
Well, we know that that Saturn watches a jumbotron like a TV,
Uh-huh.
like a regular ass flat screen. I guess we'll have to come up with a drawing for him first, and then we'll decide the height based
Okay.
on the proportions of the drawing. But this mecha, well, what if we did a thing where the legs sort of folded down onto themselves and split or kind of caused the entire building to rotate around that fake store at the center?
Mm-hmm.
And then the legs folded down to become arms.
Okay.
And then like the add-ons on the side could fold up to be shoulder blades, or shoulder pads, what once were arms. So essentially, like the toy store robot's legs would become the arms, and then the arms would become shoulder pads. Is what I'm thinking.
Okay. Fair enough.
Because I'm not. It's not very complex, I'll admit. And so, as far as the arcade cabinet, do we want to just like slap that on top and have it light up with a face, or do we want to do something different? Do we want to make it so that there's a helmet?
Let's do the helmet.
And that should probably then come out of the toy store because it's the one with the most space internally.
Right.
Okay, so we've got it combined. We've got one sentient and two non-sentient robots. Okay, powers for this combined robot. Like, well, does it, I guess powers would equate to weapons. So, how, would we combine the toy store's sign axe with other weapons?
Go
Or would it have a...
Sounds.
I'm gonna shut up and you say your thing.
I say it sounded like a good idea.
I guess what would we combine with it though is the thing.
Okay. I'll let you get an idea of this one. I'm stumped.
Well, what if the arcade machine's control pad came off and sort of became the cross guard for it, and then let's say we have that sign section slide all the way down, and then two records form up the rest of the blade.
Mm-hmm.
It looked kind of goofy, but we're going for goofy.
Yeah, I'd say so. We're going for like an '80s giant robo style, right?
Yeah. So I guess it wouldn't be too unfair for it to summon a new sword down from the stars, would it?
I agree.
So we'll give it like a weird magical, like form blazing sword kind of deal.
Mm-hmm.
Do we want it to? Yeah, I guess it should be a sword since we've got the axe. Um, do we want the sword to have any effects to it?
Um,
Like fire, lightning.
I'll let you decide. Honestly, my brain is fried at the moment, so I'm more or less listening to your ideas, and so far I have no reason to disagree.
Well, I guess we'll just go with a standard giant robot-ish looking sword.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess what we'll do is, do you still have that sketch of Dojo Island somewhere?
Somewhere. Do I have it?
I guess we'll call it Pagoda Island anyway.
I think it might be over here still. Not at the moment. I have the rough sketches of the kaiju though.
Well, what if on the Dojo Island, you know those how it's supposed to look like a cassette tape?
Yeah.
Those two reels on the side that were going to be lakes?
Mm-hmm.
What if they were like big stone temples that held the two piloted units? And then, like, on the opposite side of the island as the kaiju, the jukebox robo resides.
Okay, sounds good.
I guess we could do sort of a getter robo thing, too, where it could restack in different combinations.
You mean like Zuhojer?
Well, no, like, I mean, it can, if you've got legs, torso, and upper body, then why can't it just, like, disassemble and swap around in different combinations?
Okay.
That way, you know, it's like we can come up with crazy stuff later.
Right.
I suppose now it's a question of like, what's it for? What
Sure.
for what purpose shall we have a giant robot? Not in case the weekend kaiju get out of hand, because they never get out of hand. At least not to the point where they need a giant robot to stop them. What if the giant robot's only purpose on Dojo Island is simply so that the dojo masters can say they have a giant robot? No. Or maybe, let's see, what would the purpose of it being there be? Maybe the dojo masters spent weeks saving up their cereal box tops, and this was just the surprise prize. Like it's a cereal prize.
Oh, the secret surprise in the box. Oh, that's perfect.
Except it's mail order, and they just saved up. Or unless they did shake it out from the box, that could work. Like, you know that scene from SpongeBob where an anchor crashes into his house.
Oh, yes.
Like they try to shake the box out, and the three just land in front of him. So they're cereal box prizes.
Good idea.
Out of Dojo Crunchies.
Dojo Crunchy. How about Dojo Crunch or Dojo Puffs or something like that.
I like crunchy cereal, so let's go with Dojo Crunch.
Okay. Well, what's the slogan? Dojo Crunch. You know, like how you got Tony the Tiger saying they're great or they're magically delicious.
Start your weekend right.
Start your weekend. That's great. I really think I should get a once I get a Photoshop app, I actually make a box of this.
Print it out on cardboard and everything.
Yes.
Dojo Crunchies, and it's got a picture of like a dojo and a giant like a generic giant robot on it.
Yep, and I'll get like some generic like marshmallows or whatever, colorful marshmallows.
Yeah.
Mix it in with a bag of like frosted flakes or whatever. It'll be like like sugared flakes with colorful marshmallows.
And the milk has to turn friggin' purple.
Then I'll have to get purple marshmallows in.
You know, because like that's the whole thing. It's like it turns purple and it carbonates the milk.
Yeah.
With caffeine. There's been caffeine inherent in it.
Though, given how easy it is to make your own or to like publish and sell your own cereal now, I'm pretty sure we could pull this off as an actual thing.
I wouldn't, just because there's all kinds of food and consumable restrictions.
Oh yeah.
But what we could do is just
Rooster Teeth did it with the Ruby thing.
I thought like they had just licensed that out to someone else.
Oh, okay. Well, they're still getting money for it.
Well, yeah, that's what the license is for.
Mm-hmm.
But what we could do is just like we could offer like your Photoshop thing on like as a free PDF, and then make a video showing like how you can mix your own Dojo Crunchies.
Mm-hmm.
So you could just go to like the supermarket, and those big aisles with the huge tubes of cereal.
Yeah.
You can get just the ingredients you need to make Dojo Crunchies. Oh, and like the side of the box where the ingredients are listed, it has to be a bunch of made up nonsense.
Yes. Oh, actually,
like
yeah,
kryptonite.
We could the ingredients to making Dojo Crunchies will just it will just be a recipe of what cereal and what type of marshmallows to get, and what milk and everything.
I think that should be in the video so that we can like accurately do nutritional values. But on the side of the box, the nutrition block should say 1,000% of your daily recommended dose of awesome.
Are you gonna do the voice?
I suppose if we're doing a commercial.
Mm-hmm. I think we need a good following before we actually put effort into this, though.
It's like a cheap little thing we could do in an afternoon.
Okay, sounds good.
And we'll just keep bringing it back up.
I will probably be having a design class sometime soon in college because that's a requirement for my major, so I might as well take advantage of that to do a cereal box thing with.
That'd be cool.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know what? Let's spruce this up. So I think we should combine the marshmallows and the frosted flakes that you mentioned. We'll call that Dojo Crunchies Original.
Okay.
And then we'll do like a chocolate version with chocolate marshmallows.
Cocoa Puffs. We'll use Cocoa Puffs or Reese's Pieces.
Yeah.
Cereal. Reese's Puffs.
Stuff that should not go in cereal.
Do you think Reese's Puffs should not exist, basically?
Well, it's candy.
Okay.
Reese's. You said Reese's Pieces. I thought, okay, so we're just gonna take a bag of Reese's.
No, Reese's Puffs.
Oh, do they still make that?
Yeah, I think that exists.
No, if not Reese's Puffs, then like the audience's choice of a combination of peanut butter and chocolate cereals.
Yeah. Does honeycomb still exist?
I have not seen it in ages.
Or Pops?
Well, what we'll do is next time you go to the supermarket, just get a gauge for what's in those giant tubes, because what's in those tubes is more often than not third-party stuff.
That reminds me, next time we do a stream, most likely not this weekend because I might be going to that con, I'm not sure yet. But next stream we do, can we do a stream on just nostalgic food, please?
Yes, let's do that.
Okay.
So yeah, Dojo Crunchies with one of three essential robot toy prizes inside. And on the back of the
Will they
box, there
actually
has
be
to
good
be like a
quality, though?
game.
Question is,
Well,
will they actually be good quality?
well, they form a real giant robot. Remember?
Yep.
Because oh, and on the back of the box, there has to be some kind of a stupid, unwinnable word game
Unwinnable word
with
game.
like made-up words, and like all the words, like all the answers are upside down, and there's no way you're gonna guess these words, so you literally have to turn the box upside down. So like awesome-tastic and flabberducious.
Yeah. Excelsior.
And stuff like that, yeah.
Excelsior.
Oh man. But yeah, I think it would be cool if we could like make a range. Like I'll sit down and help you work with them. I'll draw up fonts or whatever that you can use. But we should make like a whole range of cereals and just like like on the opposite side or like on the under flap of the box, it'll tell you like
one of the boxes could have like a cutout thing you could make.
That could be cool too.
Like you could have the cutout it could be like variants and like one of the brands could have like each box has a different robot design, has one of three different robot cutout of 3D robot cutouts that you can make.
Oh, like those cheap little cardboard glasses things that have the top end of the robot's head.
Yeah.
Yes.
Except you fold it. It's you know like those cube ones you fold out. And it has like the body printed on each side, top, bottom, left, right, and all that.
Yeah.
Like that.
Oh,
like
that'd be funny.
Cube with a robot printed on it.
Yes. You know what? Like if we're going as far as like Dojo Crunchies, I suppose we might as well make like toaster tarts or some kind of toaster treat.
Oh yes, and same thing with the box too. Activities on it.
Yeah. I guess we'll call them the Weekend Dojo Toaster Bars.
Okay. Or
like
weekend or dojo tarts.
Nah. I think like toaster bars, like imagine those little protein bars, but they go in your toaster and then they pop up, you break them apart.
Okay.
And maybe they come with their own like dipping sauce. That is 50% liquid sugar.
It's nice. Best to be eaten on Saturday mornings, right?
Best to be eaten on Saturday mornings whilst consuming Saturday morning cartoons.
Yes.
Part of this complete breakfast, including the cereal, your milk, and the TV.
Or the internet if you don't like anything that's on TV anymore.
We might as well just make like a parody dojo version, or come up with an imaginary parody version of every 90s snack that we've ever had.
We will. I agree.
Like Dojuice.
What about something first? Do you remember Surge?
Dojuice is what I was thinking.
Okay, Dojuice. Or High C. Is that still Dojuice?
We'll call that Dojuice Extra Vitamins.
Okay.
Meaning it actually has vitamins in it.
Mm-hmm. Or what was that one drink that it was always advertised as healthy, but it obviously wasn't. There was nothing in it.
Sunny D?
Yeah, Sunny D.
Like a big old jug of Dojuice. It looks like orange juice, so it must be good for you. Just imagine like a whole dojo supermarket loaded down with this stuff.
We need our own version of Super Soaker also.
We'll work on that. Those will be like the standard dojo aquatastic blasters, standard issue to all weekend warriors.
Yes.
What is an aquatastic blaster? Oh, you take a super soaker and you write WD over the super soaker logo in Sharpie.
Even better. And then you just
they are
the super soaker logo and put WD on the side, and it just.
Or we could make, or like you can make a vinyl sticker if you're dedicated. I don't care. Just know that they are high class weapons. And they are only issued to loyal weekend warriors. So remember to smash that subscribe button and get yours today.
Yes. Oh,
send your mod.
Do you remember that one super soaker? I feel like this should be the top-notch weapon of the dojo. Do you remember that one super soaker you'd put like colorful liquid into and squirt it at people? It was like green water dye or whatever. And it had like the poison. It was like it was marked as like shooting poison or whatever, or toxins.
I don't remember it actually.
Yeah, it had three. It turned and it had 3 nozzles at the end of it. When you pumped and shoot, it would shoot out. This is like mid 2000s, I think, early mid 2000s.
Oh, what I had was the one with the big ass bottle that you had to take off the gun and fill in the sink, and then you screw it back in, and then you had to pump it for like a half hour.
Hold on, let me look up. Look it up. I could show it to you. Let's see here. 2000s Super Soaker images. If only I remembered what it looked like. Oh, but this one is cool. The 1993 Super Soaker.
Oh man, okay, yeah, like something like that would be like. So anyway, so yeah, if you want to be a weekend warrior, subscribe to the channel, get out your super soaker, and just slap Weekend Dojo in some way over the old logo. Just imagine an army of weekend warriors like presenting our. It was a lot like that, except the bottle was transparent and orange, and the body was like a dark purple.
Okay, so it was modeled after the classic Super Soaker, then.
Yes, exactly. And I think that's like the classic Super Soaker should be the standard issue because it carries a lot of ammunition.
And I feel like the proper standard issue fuel or liquid that you use in a Super Soaker should be green slime.
Yes, we'll put some kind of obnoxious green or neon dye in it.
Yes.
That modifies it.
Once we're gonna have to have a battle with these at some point.
Absolutely, we'll have to figure out what like the safest wash-outable water dye is.
Oh dang! Heck, this is a good one.
Can't see. Switch it this way. Oh yeah, I remember that one. So essentially, yeah, if you were wondering what weapon a weekend warrior holds, it's Super Soaker.
How about from here we just talk about different brandings of ideas for.
Well, let's just like go. I think we're actually winding. We got about 5 minutes left. We'll make this a short stream since your brain's kind of fried.
Yeah.
I'm thinking we just like go around and make dojo versions, or at least stuff that would fit in the dojo universe.
Yeah.
Not necessarily dojo branded, but like stuff that would fit in the dojo universe. That closely resembles some old childhood memories, whether it be a confectionery or a toy. Like the staple toys, like Nerf guns and Super Soakers.
We need something to represent Happy Meals.
Oh, that's simple. We'll just call those pagoda meals.
Pagoda meals. Define pagoda, because I've not heard that word before, but it sounds humorous.
Well, look up a picture of a Chinese pagoda. Pagoda. That's Pagoda. Pagoda.
Pago.
No, Pagoda.
Oh, okay. I know what that is. It's like it'd be like a Happy Meal box, but made to look like a pagoda.
Yeah, exactly.
Pagoda. I'm curious.
And then, well, it would probably end up looking a lot like the old Chinese takeout boxes.
That's literally what came up when I typed in
Because
pagoda.
they've often got a pagoda printed on the side. It's the generic print.
Yeah.
And then like inside you'll find a kid-sized quadruple quarter pounder.
Yes.
An XL fry, and the fountain drink that shall be called the Guzzler.
You're really trying to make this like extra large and unhealthy, aren't you?
If you're getting fast food, you know what you're getting into.
Exactly.
We'll call it the Guzzler. You'll have an extra wide mouth tube straw.
With a loop-de-loop?
And you can get any of the fountain drinks from Kickin' Cola, Mountain Mist, and Pure Grain Alcohol.
Pure. You must be at least 10 years of age to have the Pure Grain Alcohol, though.
Don't sue us. We're not actually endorsing childhood alcoholism. But yes. Oh, man, we're awful.
I regret nothing.
Oh, and you have to go to like we have to go to like Rick Ronalds.
Rick Ronalds?
Like W.C. Ronalds.
So now we're just making bootleg fast food joints.
Well, they do it in anime all the time, don't they?
Yeah, well, Pepsi. Well,
no. You have to go to Bagahime-san or Bagahime, Burger Princess.
Okay, you win for that one. What about Sanic? Sanic.
Oh, there will be a meme library. Don't worry, in this world.
No, I was saying like Sonic's a restaurant. How about Sanic?
Oh yeah, Sanic, like the drive-through.
Yes.
And there you can get your pagoda meal, and that comes with all of that and a little, Cracker Jack toy. Maybe the initial prize is like a Weekend Dojo, Weekend Warrior membership ring.
And if you're lucky, a Brofist.
Oh, that's the thing. Like, you know how at McDonald's you can ask your food to be served with a smile?
Yeah.
With this, you can ask for a Brofist. Knuckle bump.
Yep.
And then explosions happen, and you get your food, and you go home and have the most extreme case of cardiac arrest you've ever had.
Oh, and then let's define the play place, though. Because every fast food joint must have a play place.
Oh, well, I'm thinking like just play place, but big enough for adults.
Yep. Also, and they'll just have like TokuCHATsu and really nerdy old anime playing on the TV screens.
Yeah, and there's like all kinds of posters. It's like a combination nerd cafe and restaurant.
Yeah, go kind of like Fuddruckers, right? But more, or kind of like those those kind of like sit-in, dine-in restaurants that have like all those antiques hanging around. It's more like a burger joint, and you have like an small arcade in the back. You got like the red flyer wagons hanging, stuff like that.
And like all of the servers are Looney Tune robots.
God damn it. Okay, I'm with you on that. We need a Tasmanian devil, though.
Do we?
Yes, we do.
Well, Tasmanian devils, Sonic the Hedgehog, they're kind of like they're fuzzy animals and they go fast. So what if we just had like a really bouncy mole. Like he curled up into a ball and he was like a Super Bowl. You drop him 2 feet, he bounces 10.
Okay.
And that will be the mascot for Sanic.
A mole. Nice.
Sanic the bouncy mole.
Mm-hmm.
That's right, we're stealing this meme.
It's, we're still in the name of the meme, but we're just pushing the meme aside.
I believe they call that ripping it off.
Exactly. Hey, let's not be too rash here. I prefer to call it
appropriating
an idea.
Okay, so man, okay. I think we should start wrapping this up. But
okay.
Yeah, let's say next stream we do, we'll just flesh out this whole dojo like universe, and we'll create restaurants and stuff that go on the island.
I say for the next.
You know what? Let's do a thing where, okay, we'll hold a vote, and if no one votes, then we'll just pick one thing to work on for the dojo island, like what goes where.
Mm-hmm. I say until we have all this planned out, why not we hold TokuCHATsu just off and bring that back eventually, since we haven't really been watching any Toku recently anyways. So why don't we have Sundays as like just general idea talk,
and then like Saturday if we get, and then whatever else we do can just be universe building.
Yeah.
But okay, I like
Sundays, like what can be open talk / universe building. And other days can be just universe building episodes, and then Saturdays will be our main topic of live stream.
I like it.
All right. So honestly, I like Toku. I just have no motivation to watch any right now.
A lot of the new stuff coming out is.
It's been done too many times for me.
Yeah, so I think what I'm going to do as far as Toku goes is I'm just going to go back, and since I'm not that interested in what's currently coming out, I might as well play a little catch-up.
Mm-hmm. I honestly just need to go back and finish watching Kamen Rider 1971, because I love that. I just haven't gotten back into watching it.
Yeah, and you know what? I think I'm going to take this time for Toku and just go back and watch through all the Godzilla movies again.
In fact, actually, how would you like to just start watching Kamen Rider 1971, and we can resurrect TokuCHATsu once we finished it, and
I'll have to buy the DVD. I'll have to buy the DVD box set.
Oh, I just use the internet, but okay.
Just because, like, my usual site is fighting me.
Okay. Almost got attacked by a virus yet?
No, I've managed to get rid of it. Like, I had one junk data attack that I was able to take care of.
Okay.
Mostly.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you all so much for watching.
Yeah, thank you all for watching. Remember, there's always a place for you here at the Weekend Dojo. And with that said, stay more phenomenal, everybody.
See you later, Weekend Warriors. Remember to check us out on Twitter at weekend_dojo.com. That's all lowercase.
Yep. And with that said, good night, everybody.